Pull. So, we've come back to another stand on the Yildiz Championships. We've got a left to right Batu, fairly hard, one of the harder targets of the course. And then we've got a teal at the little box in front of us. Fairly steady little teal, sort of schools challengey type target. So you've got one of each. So the course has been set to try and keep everyone happy. So it doesn't make any difference whether you're a new shooter or whether you're a AA or AAA shot. You've got something on it for everyone. Let's see how the new Yildiz Pro goes on with that Batu. Pull. 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 So, shot the first 3 pairs very well. Missed a pair, and missed my last pair out there. So I end up on a 6 out of 10. But first time I shot it, first time we shot the gun, Batu, first couple of Batu, smashed them. Just getting the feeling. Again, like I said, it is very much like a Parazzi type feel gun. It will take you a bit of time to get used to, but the whole feeling in that gun takes me a little bit of time to get used to, but it's nice. It feels nice. Doesn't give a lot of recoil. The whole aspect of the gun just seems to work. And it's a new gun on the market. And it really, really does need people just to come and try it. I was completely impressed with it. 100% impressed with it. Just the quality of it, how it handles, the whole thing just was a fantastic feeling gun. Right, now what we're going to do, we're going to bring Dan from the Gun Company, works in the shop, takes customers out. He's relatively new to the world of shooting. We're just going to see what he feels like it, what he feels it's like. He's a Browning shooter, so obviously he's got a completely and utterly different view on it to what somebody that shoots a Parazzi, a Beretta, or something like it. So Dan, you've been shooting now a couple of years. You've come into the Gun Company and been here, what, six months, something like that?
Yeah, I got into the shooting and had a have a go little session with Doug when I attended one of the breeding festival shootings. And from there, it's just taken off. After I had that, I'd come into the Gun Company, had some lessons with yourself and Tom, and I've had a couple more with Doug in the meantime, and it's just picked up and progressed from there.
Right, so we've got a little looper.
Pull.
Now try and shoot it gun down, like an English gentleman.
Pull. No.
Right, this time, just follow it through, pull out in front of it, look at it. Look at the front edge.
Pull.
Better.
Pull. Push me that time.
You're stopping on it. You're not overtaking it. Just think to yourself, overtake it, and look at the clay.
Pull.
Still stopped a little bit. Though you hit it, still stopped a little bit.
Pull.
better.
Pull.
So, what do you think of it? First kind of shot with it. What do you feel of the balance? What do you feel of the trigger mechanism? Compare it to what you shoot with a Browning? What's the difference?
It's much lighter than my Browning, so I find a little bit more recoil that comes through it. Trigger is nice and reactive. When you pull it, it actually comes out. And it's got a nice feel in the forehand as well. It's not too rough in your hands, and it's a nice grip at the back as well.
And what about the balance of it? You say it's lighter, but is that because it's slightly more balanced in the hand, like something like a Piazzi or something like that, or is it just light, as in?
Overall, I think it just feels much lighter as a whole gun.
Yeah.
The barrels aren't too heavy, the stock end's not too heavy. So as a whole, it's just I feel it's a light gun.
So, and what about sort of moving through the target with it, keeping the gun moving? How do you do that? Because obviously with the Browning, it's quite a lot heavier.
For me, with a Browning, because I'm quite arm heavy when I move my gun, this one it's just nice, little rotation with the body, and the gun moves to where it wants to be.
So it moves fairly easy with the body then.
Yeah, it's a nice free-flowing gun.
And what would you, so if you look at that gun against anything else, if you just close it up and have a look at it, what would you feel it's, I mean, that one's got a fantastic bit of wood on it. How would you feel that, would you like to, if you walked into a shooting school or into a gun room and you saw that up against other guns, is it something you would say, wow, that's nice, a wow factor of it?
Definitely with the wood that it's got on here, it's definitely something, if you like a nice piece of wood on your gun, it's something you would be like drawn to, whereas some of the plainer guns, yes, it's got a nice finish to it overall, and the black action is I'm quite a fan of.
So, if you're going to sort of talk to anyone in the shooting market, is that something that you'd say, have a look at it, see what you think?
I reckon, yeah, you would go out to them and say, give this a go, especially if they're looking in that sort of price range, because you can put this up to some of the second-hand mid-range guns again, or the higher range, and it just has a real nice finish, and it is a nice little gun. Oh. That's a good one. Oh. Oh.
I'll have a pair.
Oh.
So how do you feel it will feel on if you go and shoot like a course or something like that, 100 bird course?
I reckon overall this gun around the whole course would actually suit these sort of targets quite well. I'm going to say the novice targets, it shoots nicely, and going up to that Batu there, it's not a nice target, and again, it handles really nicely.
Okay, thank you. So, that was the new Yildiz Pro. I would like to hear some comments in the comments below, what you feel, what you think of the Yildiz Pro. If you've shot one, you might have gone somewhere where you've shot one before, just see what it's like. I have to say, I'm very impressed with it from a shooter's point of view. And from somebody like Yildiz doing it, most of the time guns like this, there's new guns bought out from all the top end brands. Yildiz are really, really trying to give you, the shooter, what they want. So it'd be really nice to hear some feedback. We've kind of gone through, you've had a lot of technical stuff about the gun. We've shot it a little bit. We've had a little bit of history about the Yildiz. We've had a relatively new person into shooting, test it, done a little bit of coaching with him. So you've kind of got a good basic knowledge of what the Yildiz Pro is. So any more information, be lovely to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for watching. That was the Yildiz Pro gun test on TSC TV.